For example, I know one community where it's a city, they have 7 parishes. They'll probably wind up having, when this is done, 4 or 5 parishes, because a couple of those parishes have no money. They can no longer exist. Some of their schools are the same way. But I can't answer it because I don't know.
Why can't the local parish who owns this asset decide on a sale of the property of their own asset?
I don't have an answer for you, ma'am.
Does Mr. Judd or whoever Judge might have?
Well, I think he explained that everything has been put on hold because of
The sale of assets to pay an individual debt does not solve the problem of how that individual debt arose. So the answer to the question is that it was our choice not to sell the property. We need ratification. When you sell assets of a parish is a corporation within the Archdiocese of Hartford. Members of the Archdiocese are also members of our corporation, so we must get ratification for those decisions.
So, John, to that point then, essentially what you're saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong because I don't want to put words in your mouth, but essentially what you're saying is when you made the decision and concluded that the sale of that parcel of property, which was on the table and approved before pastoral planning actually started, you're saying that it was taken off because it's just essentially a Band-Aid. But that leads me to believe that the budgets that were submitted, 2 different ones, which had a balanced aspect and an aspect in which there was actually money left over at the end of the year, you either disagreed with or you didn't find viable. Is that correct?
Or did you even look at it?
Yeah,
No, we looked.
think about the answer.
We spent a lot of time in this. Look, the rationale, let me just get to the rationale behind the decision, maybe that'll get to the point.
Did Ms. speak earlier?
Excuse me?
Did Ms. speak
About?
earlier when you said it was because of pastoral planning?
No, when we went up on that piece of property, no one in the parish, no one in leadership of the parish made a decision to sell that property. The first question to Archbishop Mansell and the letter that Vin is quoting was that we had the right to investigate. No decision was made. The decision that I'm hearing is that every one of the parents decided that the parish should sell that property.
Well, actually, I think you're mistaken there because at the April 4th, 2015 meeting at the school board, Father Moroni indicated the information was going to be sent up to the Archdiocese real estate attorney to enter into negotiations with Bethel Shelter to negotiate that property. A mere 8 days later, a letter was penned by Father Moroni to Tony Dolan indicating that that was no longer on the table because it didn't find it was in the best interests of the parish. Subsequent to that, there was a meeting of yourself, Father Moroni, and Ms. O'Neill, the other trustee, along with, I believe, Tony Dolan and her trustees, at which point you indicated that because Father Moroni's retirement was imminent, you didn't want to do anything with the property to essentially tie the hands of whomever would be coming in to take his place. Now we've gotten to the third point in which apparently it was a result of pastoral planning that started after it was approved by Archbishop Mansell. So I'm trying to get my head wrapped around a timeline which seems essentially counterintuitive, where you're going to close a school with 138 kids as opposed to possibly even enter into negotiations to sell a piece of property in conjunction with a balanced